500 cụm từ Part 5. Và hôm nay tôi sẽ giới thiệu với các bạn 50 cụm collocation tiếp theo, hay còn gọi là cụm từ cố định trong tiếng Anh, để giúp các bạn hiểu rõ hơn về cách sử dụng trong giao tiếp cũng như trong văn hóa. Việc sử dụng những cụm từ này một cách thành thạo sẽ giúp các bạn áp dụng cái khả năng ngôn ngữ của mình, nâng cao khả năng ngôn ngữ của mình trong các kỹ năng nghe, nói, đọc và viết. Đặc biệt các bạn sẽ nâng cao cải thiện khả năng của mình đáng kể trong các kỳ thi tiếng Anh. Nào, chúng ta hãy cùng khám phá với 50 collocation tiếp theo. Xin mời.
1. Sage advice, wise and prudent advice. Example, seeking sage advice from a mentor can significantly impact your career path positively. 2. Low grades, poor academic scores. Example, despite getting low grades in his first semester, he improved his study habits and achieved high marks thereafter. 3. Tax fraud, illegal activity of cheating on tax payments. Example, the businessman was investigated for tax fraud after discrepancies were found in his tax returns. 4. Nonverbal signals, communication methods that do not involve words, such as gestures or facial expressions. Example, in many cultures, nonverbal signals can convey respect or disrespect more powerfully than words. 5. Annual meeting, a yearly gathering or assembly. Example, the company's annual meeting focuses on reviewing the past year's achievements and setting goals for the future. 6. Facial and vocal expressions, the way someone's face and voice express emotions or thoughts. Example, actors rely heavily on their facial and vocal expressions to convey their characters' emotions effectively. 7. Tremendous increase, a very large or significant rise. Example, the city experienced a tremendous increase in population due to the new industry. 8. Proclaimed heir, officially declared as the next in line for a position, often related to royalty or leadership. Example, the prince was publicly proclaimed heir to the throne in a grand ceremony. 9. Fuel shortage, a lack of sufficient fuel supply. Example, the unexpected fuel shortage led to long lines at gas stations and increased prices. 10. Irrespective of, without considering, regardless of. Example, scholarships are awarded irrespective of the applicant's financial status. 11. At random, without a specific plan, order, or purpose. Example, the teacher selected students at random to answer the questions. 12. Incredulous, unwilling or unable to believe something. Example, she was incredulous when she heard she had won the lottery. 13. Traveled abroad, to go to foreign countries. Example, he has traveled abroad extensively for both work and pleasure. 14. Critical acclaim, praise from critics. Example, the novel received critical acclaim for its innovative storytelling and depth of character. 15. Stayed alive, remained living, survived. Example, they stayed alive in the wilderness by foraging for food and building a shelter. 16. Collapsed, fell down suddenly due to structural failure. Example, the old bridge collapsed during the storm, cutting off the main road to the town. 17. Bad-tempered, having a tendency to be easily annoyed or angered. Example, the coach is known to be bad-tempered, especially after a loss. 18. Made illegal, prohibited by law. Example, smoking in public places was made illegal to protect public health. 19. Feel miserable, to feel very unhappy or uncomfortable. Example, she felt miserable after the breakup and didn't want to see anyone. 20. Narrow escape, a situation where someone barely avoids harm or danger. Example, he had a narrow escape when a falling tree branch missed him by inches. 21. Defaulted on his loan, failed to make a scheduled payment on a loan. Example, after John defaulted on his loan, his credit score dropped significantly. 22. Illicit drug trade, illegal trading of drugs. Example, the documentary exposed the dangers and the extent of the illicit drug trade in urban areas. 23. Tolerate this situation, allow a situation to continue without intervention. Example, the school administration will not tolerate this situation of bull lying any longer. 24. Chance meeting, an unplanned or unexpected encounter. Example, at a conference, I had a chance meeting with an old friend from university. 25. In a temporary way, for a limited time, not permanently. Example, the refugees were housed in a temporary way until more stable accommodations could be found. 26. Sophisticated weapons, advanced and highly complex weaponry. Example, the military parade showcased the country's sophisticated weapons to the public. 27. Replenish stocks, to refill or restock supplies. Example, before the winter storm, families rushed to replenish stocks of food and water. 28. Discernible improvement, a noticeable or observable improvement. Example, after 3 months of practice, her piano skill LS showed a discernible improvement. 29. Cozy little apartment, a small L, comfortable, and warm living space. Example, she moved into a cozy little apartment that felt just like home. 30. Insubordinate behavior, disobeying authority, not following orders. Example, his insubordinate behavior towards the manager led to his dismissal. 31. Growing concern, increasing worry or awareness. Example, there is a growing concern among parents about the safety of online games for children. 32. Grew in abundance, grew in a large quantity, plentiful. Example, in the garden, vegetables grew in abundance, providing enough for the whole family. 33. Advancing in all aspects, improving or developing in every area. Example, the technology company has been advancing in all aspects, from product design to customer service. 34. Implicit distinction, a distinction that is implied or understood without being directly stated. Example, the implicit distinction between knowledge and wisdom can often be hard to define. 35. Chronic lack of sleep, a long-term deficiency in sleep. Example, a chronic lack of sleep can lead to serious health problems. 36. Population growth rates fluctuate. The rates at which populations increase can vary greatly. Example, population growth rates fluctuate due to factors like birth rates, death rates, and migration patterns. 37. Identical signatures, signatures that look exactly the same. Example, for security reasons, the bank requires identical signatures on the document. 38. Advocating health foods, supporting and recommending the consumption of healthy foods. Example, as a nutritionist, she has been advocating health foods to improve overall health. 39. Didn't bat an eye, showed no surprise or concern. Example, he didn't bat an eye when the prices went up, as he was prepared for the increase. 40. Most conspicuous place, a place where something is very visible or easily noticed. Example, the emergency instructions were placed in the most conspicuous place in the room. 41. Fake watch, a counterfeit or imitation watch. Example, he decided not to buy the fake watch, fearing it would quickly break. 42. Head cabbage rare, rarely found or scarce cabbage variety. Example, in this region, finding head cabbage rare is quite a challenge due to its unique climate requirements. 43. Faults in reading, mistakes or errors made while reading. Example, common faults in reading among learners include skipping words and misinterpreting meanings. 44. High levels of expertise, a great amount of skill or knowledge in a particular field. Example, the job requires high levels of expertise in software development. 45. Speedy and secure service, a fast and safe service. Example, our company guarantees a speedy and secure service for all online transactions. 46. Destroyed the environment, caused significant harm or damage to the natural world. Example, industrial pollution has severely destroyed the environment in some areas. 47. Steepened its ascent, increased the angle or rate of upward movement. Example, as the rocket steepened its ascent, the spectators watched in awe. 48. Landed safely, arrived on the ground without incident or harm. Example, despite the turbulence, the plane landed safely, much to the relief of all passengers. 49. Once and for all, completely and final definitively. Example, they decided to solve the dispute once and for all with a binding agreement. 50. Affluent families, families with a lot of wealth and resources. Example, affluent families often have more opportunities for travel and education.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem hết video. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào nút subscribe, đăng ký để các bạn có thể nhận được các video sớm hơn những người khác. Nguyễn Thầy Thành cảm ơn và xin chào.